Okay, let's get into this. You know that feeling, right? You're stuck at the airport, flight's delayed. Maybe you just saw something on the news about a plane incident and suddenly, well, everyone seems to have an opinion.
Oh, yeah. Those quick explanations you overhear, they always sound a bit too simple, don't they?
Exactly. It's so easy to get frustrated or maybe even a bit worried to jump to conclusions.
It is. It's a totally natural reaction when something like an incident happens. And when there's not much solid information, speculation just rushes in. So what we're doing in this deep dive using our source material is trying to get past those surface level takes.
Right, to really understand the complexities behind incidents and, yeah, those annoying delays.
What are the safety standards really like? How does maintenance actually work day to day? What drives those operational calls?
So that's our mission then. Use these sources as a guide. Cut through some of that noise.
And the material jumps right into that big one. Flight delays. The common thought is, oh, delay means bad management or something's broken.
Yeah, definitely.
But here's the interesting bit from the sources often. The delay is happening precisely because the safety system is doing its job properly.
Wait, hold on. A delay is a good thing. That
Yeah.
sounds completely backwards.
Well, in a lot of situations, yeah. The sources really stress this. These super strict safety rules require certain checks, certain repairs. Things pop up, weather changes, air traffic gets jammed, a sensor needs looking at. Achieving 100% on-time flights is basically impossible with those realities.
So a delay for a safety reason is like part of the design.
You could say that it's a feature ensuring safety, not really a system
Oh,
failure.
okay, that makes a bit more sense.
Yeah.
But if there is a technical issue, does that mean the plane is stuck on the ground? Always.
Not always, and this is where something called the minimum equipment list, the MEL, comes into play. Our sources explain this isn't just some random list. It's a very specific, regulator-approved document for each aircraft type. It details exactly what non-essential equipment can be inoperative temporarily, while the plane is still totally airworthy and safe.
Ah, so it's like a framework. It stops them grounding a huge jet because, I don't know, a coffee maker isn't working.
Precisely that kind of thing. Or a reading light, Loti said earlier. It ensures the critical safety systems are all go while managing minor issues efficiently. It's about balancing safety and operations.
And who makes that call?
That's key. It rests with qualified professionals. The sources really hammer this home. The engineers and pilots are the guardians of aviation safety. That's the phrase they use.
Guardians. I like that.
Yeah. Think about it. An engineer, their license is on the line. They will not sign off a plane they don't believe is safe. And pilots, they won't accept an aircraft if it has a fault that isn't allowed under that strict MEL.
Huge responsibility.
Hmm.
The material mentioned that Air India plane, the one just out of refurbishment.
It did, yeah. And it used it as an example of thoroughness. You might think refurbishment is quick, but the sources show how, even after major work, engineers meticulously check and clear everything before it flies again. It's layer upon layer of techs.
Which sort of circles back to why jumping to conclusions after an incident is, well, not helpful.
Not helpful at all. The sources are really clear. Speculating immediately about causes, almost always off the mark.
Because it's never just one thing, is it?
Rarely ever. Aviation incidents are usually complex. A mix of factors, maybe human elements, maybe mechanical wear, maybe a hidden manufacturing flaw, maybe weather. Often a combination.
And finding the real cause takes time. A long time.
Oh, absolutely. Official investigations by the experts, they involve digging through everything. Flight data recorders, cockpit voice recorders, years of maintenance logs, pilot actions, training records. It's painstaking.
So guesswork before that is just noise.
Pretty much. Fuels misunderstanding.
Okay, but let's talk about the experience during a delay. Evidence for safety. Sitting there clueless is miserable. Communication came up in the sources too, right?
Massively important point. The delay itself might be necessary, unavoidable for safety. But how it's communicated, that changes everything for the passenger. Clear, timely, empathetic updates, even just acknowledging the frustration can make a huge difference.
Yeah, I can see that.
The material actually cited studies suggesting up to 90% of passengers are way more accepting of a delay if they feel informed and respected.
90%. Wow.
That's
huge. It shows how much communication matters.
definitely. So I think the core message weaving through all this material is drawing that line clearly. A delay for safety checks. That's the system working right, preventing unacceptable risk.
versus letting an unsafe plane fly, which would be the real failure.
Exactly. The MEL system, the engineers, the pilots, the procedures, it's all part of this collective commitment. And actually, good communication slots into that too, builds trust.
So pulling it all together, flight delays often aren't failure signals, but signs of safety protocols working. And the professionals involved are sticking rigidly to those protocols.
Right. And understanding that helps you, filter the noise next time you hear about an incident or face a delay yourself. You see past the simple, often wrong explanations.
It really does shift your perspective, and maybe the thought to leave everyone with is, next time you're delayed or you hear about an issue, just picture that huge, mostly invisible system.
Mm.
All the complex checks, the technology, the dedicated people doing meticulous work behind the scenes every single day just to maintain that incredible safety record we often take for granted. There's so much more going on than meets the eye.